This Champions League broadcast is sponsored by M&M's and Snickers. Champions League sponsors.
Nisbet's in there. Well, that one takes a wicked deflection. It's gone in from Scott Nisbet. It's an incredible goal.
The moment that Ibrox erupted as Rangers set up a winner-takes-all crack at the European Cup final. The goal carried a bit of luck, but will Rangers' luck carry in the Velodrome in Marseille tonight? Good evening. In less than 10 minutes' time, we'll be going to France for Europe's biggest club match of the season, Marseille against Rangers. I'm joined tonight by former Rangers stars Ray Wilkins and David Cooper, and we'll hear from them in just a moment. But first, let's go to the Velodrome in Marseille to get the latest team news from Jim Delahunt. Jim.
Thanks, Jim. We're competing with the Foreign Legion brass band, but we have the teams, and Ian Durrant is playing. The Rangers line-up as expected. Andy Gorham in goals. Robertson, Gough, McPherson and Brown making up the back four. Stuart McCall, Trevor Stephen, Ian Ferguson, Ian Durrant and Peter Hoostra in midfield, with Ali McCoist up front. On the bench, Murray, Maxwell, Kuznetsov, Presley and McSwiggan. Marseille, as expected, Barthez, Angloma, Demeco, Bolly, Sozi, Desai, Idele, Boksic, Voller, Pele and Didier Deschamps. Back to the studio.
Thanks, Jim. Well, Ray, as he says, Rangers as expected.
Yes, that's right. Obviously, without Mark Haley there, that was the formation that Walter was going to select. And it's a good formation. There are a lot of hard workers in the middle of the field, and they're certainly going to need them tonight.
I think he's right, Davey, isn't he?
Yeah, certainly is. I think this was the game that was always going to come down to it. This is a match everybody's been waiting for. I think Ali McCoist up front, they're going to have to get people from the midfield up to help him. But everybody's looking forward to this tonight, and I really think Rangers can do well.
Yes, indeed. Well, we can go back to Marseille now, where Gabriel Clark is talking to Rangers manager Walter Smith.
Walter, Rangers have been involved in some big matches in the last couple of years, but I think this takes the biscuit. This is the biggest.
Yes, it's a big game. We're 90 minutes away from the European Cup final. The club itself hasn't been involved in a game of this nature for 30 years or so, so it's a big match for everybody.
Now, what are the tactics? Go out and win it or settle for a draw?
Well, obviously, at the end of the game, you'd be happy for a draw, but for both clubs, the stakes are high. If whichever club wins the match goes automatically into the final. So I think one of the worst things we can do is sit back and try and defend and hope we get a draw. I think we have to go and try and score a goal ourselves.
No Mark Haley, but are you confident?
Yeah, it's a big blow to us losing Mark. He's one of the main parts of our team. But we've coped with injuries and suspensions before this, so I hope we can do so again.
Good luck, Walter.
Thank you.
Good luck, Walter. Ray, I think they'll need it. I mean, they're going to go, as he says, and they're going to have a go early doors, aren't they?
That's right, and I think the first 20 minutes is vital. If the French were to score in the first 20 minutes, then Rangers are really up against it. But so long as the players are relaxed as Walter Smith, I think they've got every chance to do something. He seemed in good form.
He did, didn't he, David? He looked very relaxed.
Yeah, he seems very confident. I just hope the players are the same. I think Rangers in the away leg of this tournament have played really well on the break, and it's going to come down to that again tonight.
But David, we know all about Marseille, and they're a class act. They've got class players, Boksic, Voller.
Yeah, they certainly are. I think, as Ray said, the first 20 minutes is going to be vital for Rangers. They have to make sure they don't let anything in the first 20 and then build on it. But the players that they have, remember they were 2-0 up at Ibrox, and they played some great football for an hour.
Right, OK, well, the teams are coming out. This is where the talking has to stop. Let's hand over now to summariser Gordon McQueen and match commentator Jerry McNee.
Welcome everyone to Marseille. Absolute bedlam here in the Velodrome, a crowd in excess of 40,000 as we look here at the Rangers lineup, and very much along expected lines. Ian Durrant coming back into the fray tonight, and the Dutchman Peter Hoostra also involved. So Rangers with 3 changes from the first game at Ibrox, bringing in Ferguson, Hoostra and Durrant for Murray, Mikhailichenko and Hateley. So the teams emerging from the tunnel. And there's the Marseille lineup. Just one change from the side which drew 2-2 at Ibrox. In comes Idele for Cassoni. And again, Marseille will switch the tactics slightly tonight. Probably play without a sweeper. And Idele coming in to the side. Of course, Boksic, the Croatian striker, and Voller will pose a huge threat to Rangers. So the team's coming onto the field, and it really is a marvellous atmosphere. A lovely warm night here in Marseille, and what a contrast to a few weeks ago in the sub-zero temperatures of Bruges. Well, Marseille have this marvellous record here at the Velodrome. They've won the last 14 home ties in Europe, all the way back to 1988. In fact, they've lost just twice at home in 27 European ties. They've scored in every game this season in Europe, and they haven't lost a goal yet at home. So the Champions League anthem is played. And Gordon McQueen alongside me. What an atmosphere.
This is absolutely incredible.
Good evening, everybody, from Marseille.
An absolutely fabulous atmosphere.
Supercharged atmosphere here in the Velodrome tonight.
The last 14 games in
sellout
Europe,
crowd, a capacity of 46,000.
Ellen Road was regarded as something as a fortress, and of course Rangers went down there and come back with the points. And they're going to have to produce a performance, certainly a defensive performance similar to the one they produced at Ellen Road. And I'm quite sure Andy Goram's going to have to be at his international class best to try and keep a clean sheet here tonight.
So both of these clubs going for 5 domestic championships in a row, which gives you an idea of the pedigree of both clubs. Rangers founded in 1873, Marseille in 1898. Marseille's history is a more recent one in European terms. They'd never been beyond the second round in Europe before 1988 and the emergence of Bernard Tapie. So there's the Marseille formation. Tonight is Rangers' 160th European tie, including 2 Super Cup ties. And it's Rangers' 66th in the Champions Cup. The record so far, they've won 32. They've lost 23 and drawn 10. And Rangers also have an impressive record, unbeaten in 8 games this season. They defeated Lyngby home and away. As you heard Gordon say, they defeated Leeds at Ibrox and at Elland Road. And in the Champions League, they've done extremely well. That was a picture there of Abdi Pele, who has been named African Footballer of the Year for the 2nd year running, the first player to achieve such a feat. The atmosphere has been quite incredible all day. There's the match referee, Mario van der Ende of Holland, 37 years of age, a school teacher. And he sent Richard Goff off in the match in Switzerland earlier this season. He's a strict referee. He also refereed Rangers when they played Sparta Prague a couple of years ago at Ibrox, when they went out that night on away goals. He certainly stands for no nonsense, and they gave Bergame of Italy his marching orders as well. And that's why UEFA have chosen him tonight. He certainly will keep a tight grip of this match. So it will be Rangers to kick off. The stadium absolutely packed now. Let's hope there is no trouble, because tickets were on sale at the club shop today and on the streets, and a busload of Rangers fans arrived from Belfast this afternoon. They managed to pick up tickets, so really it's a big night for the security people as well. Rangers have done everything they can, and the Rangers fans are housed in an enclosure away to our left. So the match gets underway, and this in essence is a European Cup semi-final. Tonight the winner takes all. Of course, should the match end in a draw, everything will then go forward a fortnight, when Rangers play their final match against CSKA in Moscow, and Marseille travel up to face Club Bruges. But really, the tension rising, and Marseille have struck so often so early in this tournament. Voller goes down as he's challenged. But the match will restart with a throw-in. Well, the referee immediately telling him to get up and get on with it. This is Edele, and he's challenged there by Peter Houstra. Well, Marseille in the last couple of matches have struck after just 4 minutes, so Rangers will want to keep things as calm as possible. It really is an intimidating atmosphere. Time for cool heads, and the referee awarding a free kick to Rangers. Alan Boksic there, fouling David Robertson. So the referee already showing that he will stand no nonsense. Well, I spoke to Andy Gorham as he came into the stadium, and a cooler man you couldn't have met, smiling as ever. It's a big night for the Rangers and Scotland goalkeeper. So the ball is out of play, and it's a throw to Rangers. Houstra stretching for it, doing well, getting it through to Durant. And a good positive challenge by Richard Gough, but the offside flag has gone up against Peter Houstra. Well, these early moments, Gordon, absolutely vital to Rangers.
Yes, but they've settled down quite nicely. I mean, it's important tonight. Richard Gough, John Brown, keep Boksic and Voller quiet. Obviously, Boksic looks, well, to me, he looks one of the best players I've seen in the tournament, and everybody knows, obviously, about Rudy Voller, who's got a tremendous goal-scoring record. I mean, this goal-scoring at international level makes him one of the world's great players.
So this is Houstra. Closed down there very quickly indeed by Italy. That's McCall trying to get forward, and he wins a free kick. And again, Boksic was involved in that, and the former Yugoslav striker, now playing for Croatia, is penalised. And this is John Brown over the ball. Ali McCoist is well forward, and carefully watched by SIA. This is Brown. Long ball through for Durant to chase. And that was an awkward one for the Marseille defence, but they're managing to eventually get it clear. SIA playing it wide to Eric Dimeco. This is Deschamps. It's laid off by Sozzi. Frank Sozzi, a very influential player in midfield. It's played now to Boksic. And Gorham quite happy to let that one go behind for the goal kick. So Rangers making a promising enough start to this game. Well, professionals like Chris Waddle and Jurgen Klinsmann have said in the past week that the policy when you come to the Velodrome is to attack, otherwise Marseille will swamp you, and Rangers are well aware of that. So they want to be as positive as they can be. And they have in Trevor Stephen, of course, a player who knows all about the atmosphere here. Again, the referee keeping a grip of things. Marseille claiming a free kick there. And that's out for the throw to Rangers.
I don't think the game's settled out in any real pattern yet, Jerry, but it looks obviously Ian Durant's just going to play just off Alistair McCoist.
Marcel Desailly has picked up McCoist in these early stages. And Rangers get themselves another free kick. So 5 minutes played here in the Velodrome. It's Marseille 0, Rangers 0. And the prize at stake tonight, a place in the European Champions Cup final. John Brown fires it through. It's headed away by Boksic. That's Voller to Deschamps. He's well challenged though by Ferguson. But Marseille have it again. Well, almost a good ball by Voller, but well cut out by McCall, who's already getting through a power of work. And wearing his favourite number 2 jersey tonight. He scored 5 goals, 5 single goals this season, every time he's worn that lucky jersey. And here he is again. Plays it through for Peter Houstra. Houstra quickly closed down. A sliding challenge going in from Idili. Walter Smith already shouting instructions. Well, Walter Smith's been through all this before in his days at Dundee United, when they reached the semi-finals against AS Roma. Richard Goff's header dipping behind for the goal kick. Richard Goff making his 33rd appearance of the season tonight, and his 5th in Europe. So this is Fabien Barthez, the Marseille keeper, just 21 years of age, and preferred to Pascal Olmeta, who's a more experienced figure, but who's fallen out with the coach and the chairman. But in a bizarre situation, Olmeta is allowed to play in French Cup ties, something to do with his contract. But Barthez keeps goal the rest of the time. And this is Voller trying to get through. Well, Andy Gorham all set to celebrate his 29th birthday next Tuesday. He's managed 22 shutouts in 47 games so far this season. And 3 of those shutouts have come in the 8 European ties. So he's the confidence to come well out of his area. It's aimed at Durant. Laid off by Trevor Stephen. McPherson trying to get forward. And that's out for the throw to Marseille. Well, David McPherson's height, of course, will be important at the set pieces. In the absence of Mark Hateley, Rangers will want to get McPherson and Goff forward as much as possible. John Brown watching this one carefully. He's missed it. A good confident catch by Gorham. Well, Brown was under pressure all the way as the ball was in the air, but Gorham with a safe pair of hands. And now it's David Robertson.
It was a massive kick out that from Barthez, but no problem at all for Andy Gorham.
And Robertson there playing it through, looking for Houstra. Well, Houstra toppling, but meanwhile the offside flag has gone up at the other end of the field. And Rangers have the free kick. Voller it was, who strayed into an offside position. Well, Goff's well up there. And a bit of a late challenge on the goalkeeper. And the Marseille defender's not too happy about it. But, again, the referee stepping in, keeping things calm. But this will be a feature, Goff coming forward for all of these set pieces.
Yeah, I think he tried to just stay out of the way there and nearly collided with the goalkeeper, but nobody's any the worse.
Now Goff clearing, but only as far as Abdi Pelli. Again, the referee calling a halt to the play. And the free kick goes to Rangers. Rudy Voller most unhappy about it. The referee keeping well up with the play. The header there from Frank Sosi. This is Voller, and he wins the free kick for Marseille. Rudy Voller, still a splendid competitor at the age of 32. He's retired from the international scene, where he won 85 caps for Germany, but still very much a potent force in this Marseille side. So it's played shot to Sosi. Twisting and turning from Abdi Pelli. It's played through for Demeco, but the offside flag has gone up. Well, the referee and linesman under a lot of pressure from this huge crowd, noisy crowd. But 10 minutes played.
I don't think there was any question about this one at all. Demeco pushes forward, and as you can see there clearly in the picture, well offside.
So 10 minutes played and still no scoring here in the Velodrome in Marseille. And it's a free kick to Marseille. Abdi Pelli there, who of course plays for Ghana. It's played now to Edeli. Deschamps playing it through to Boksic. He's trying to get away from John Brown, but Brown standing firm. That was a good challenge from the Rangers defender. Good play by Brown. Now it's McCoy. Nice turn by McCoy. That's surely a free kick. He was fouled there by Marcel Desailly. So again, that will be the signal for Goff and McPherson to move forward. Certainly Goff going up towards the edge of the area, but no doubt about that one. McCoist turning nicely against the defender. It's played in the direction of Goff. It's cleared by Demeco, picked up by Abdi Pele. This is Voller. Soze plays it through, looking for Deschamps, but it was well cut out by Richard Goff. Now it's Brown for Rangers, a long one for McCoist to chase. Bolly's in there with him. And it's Basil Bolly making a good clearance. He recovered well, the defender.
Great bit of work that by John Brown. That was a glorious through ball.
This is Trevor Stephen. Trying to find Ian Ferguson. Good tackle by McCall, but the referee penalising him. Looked a decent enough challenge, but here come Marseille, urged on by this huge crowd. It's Eric Demeco. It's cleared first time by Brown. Well, Brown's made a good start to the game. Ever present in Europe this season. This is his 9th appearance. Barthez coming well out of his area. It's aimed at Boksic. It's headed away by Brown. Soze trying to get forward. It's cut out though by Peter Haustra. Long one now for Durant to chase. Again, it's Basil Bolly providing the cover. And another good solid challenge. But a good ball played out of defence again for Durant to chase. But Basil Bolly looks a defender who'll be extremely tough to beat. This is Trevor Stephen. And Durant sent that one out of play, so the throw goes to Marseille.
It looks as if the long through ball might cause Marseille one or two problems. Obviously, Cassini, who was sweeper in the first leg at Ibrox, is not playing tonight, and they're not really playing with a sweeper as such. And their back four's been pretty square at times, but in saying that, I mean, ball has got tremendous pace at the back.
That's Brown's header, chested down by McCall, finds Durant. Now it's Edile, headed on by Soze, cleared by Robertson. It's Frank Soze again, aimed at Boksic and headed out by David Robertson. Well, this time it's Rangers ball. This is McCoist. And a free kick to Rangers. Well, I must say the referee handling the match very fairly indeed. Staying well up with the play. And certainly no homer, Mario van der Ende from Holland. Again, Goff has moved forward, McPherson's up there as well. That's headed away by Demeco. This is McCall, and the offside flag is up immediately.
Well, that was the tactic they adopted at Ibrox as well, Jerry. Their back four, when they clear the ball, they push out very quickly indeed.
It's headed on by Italy. It's Soze looking for Boksic. It's a good defensive header by Robertson. He was under a lot of pressure. Now it's Haustra. This is Durant. McCall leaving it to Brown. First time clearance by Robertson, but that was a rash one. Now it's Voller. And Marseille take the lead. Frank Soze. And it all began with a slack pass from David Robertson. He had the chance to put the ball out of play. He gave it away. Rudy Voller was in there, getting the ball into the middle, and Frank Soze Gets his 6th European goal, his 5th in the Champions League.
Yeah, well, just when we thought Rangers had settled down nicely, there a bad clearance by Davy Robertson. Voller picks it up, puts in a nice cross. Well, it's not a bad finish, is it? Excellent bit of finishing. Andy Gorham just gets his fingertips to it. Nice ball in here by Voller. All stemmed from a bad clearance by Davy Robertson at the back. What a shame, because we all thought Rangers had just settled down nicely there for 15 minutes or so in this game.
Well, you can't give that man chances like that. So there's the scoreline after 15 minutes. The Rangers have made a few dramatic comebacks this season, but they'll really have to draw on all of their resources tonight. They've scored in every European game so far this season, 13 in total. Well, as Gordon said, just when it seemed that everything was settling down, one slack pass and Rangers punished. This is Abdi Pelli. Well, the Marseille fans in full cry now. These will be testing minutes for Rangers as Marseille go in and try and finish it off. They'll have all the confidence in the world now. This is Boksic playing it in. And that's a goal kick, indicates the referee. So the long kick from Gorham. Headed on by Pelli. And John Brown providing the cover. Well, if it remains like this, Rangers go out of the European Cup. So they really have to give it their very best shot now. They really have to go for it. Of course, even if they can force the draw, it carries things forward a fortnight to the final games, when goal difference would come into play. But Marseille with a bit between their teeth, and a good charge forward by Angloma. And Richard Gough making the challenge on Pelli. So the corner kick awarded to Marseille.
Yeah, beginning to look a bit dangerous there, Pelli, but that was a really crunching tackle by Richard Gough. They're beginning to put Rangers under a little bit of pressure now. Great run forward initially by Angloma. Just knocks it back here and Pelli picks it up.
So it's an awkward one into the far post and behind from Basil Bolly for the goal kick to Rangers. Well, he can also score a few goals. He's got one in Europe so far this season, and he scored 14 goals a couple of seasons ago when he was playing in a freer role, but charging forward there into the far post area. That's McCoy's header. So 20 minutes gone now. Marseille 1, Rangers 0. Frank Sozzi after 15 minutes.